energy. Look at all of these so-called high value bad bitches, as they call themselves. A lot of them, they may have been engaged. A lot of them may have children. But how many of them has a stable marriage? How many of them have been married? And not just say have been married. Let's say have been married for 5 years plus. Not that many. Because they have so many men coming at them. And as a woman of high value, it would never be enough, because you're going to always run into another man who may have more than the last man. You may have another man that may have more money. You may have another man that looks better than the other guy. One guy might be taller than the other. You're always switching up. You're never settled. You're never going to be satisfied when you have a lot of options. That also happens to men as well. Very attractive men, high value men. When you have a lot of options, you basically have no options, because you're always going to be comparing that individual to the last individual. So when you see women, I'm not saying ugly women, I'm talking about regular, normal women. A lot of these women always end up with the ring. Sevens and under. Sevens and unders always end up with the ring. They always end up with a marriage. They always end up with the guy. They can have weight on them and everything. And women be like, how does this fat bitch end up getting married and I don't, when I have all of these curves? Because the curves will get a man there, but your mindset and your feminine energy will keep him there. And a lot of you lack that. You lack the mindset. You lack the feminine energy. You lack the love. You lack the care. You lack the empathy. You lack the compassion. You lack the love aspect. You lack the motherly aspect. You lack the morality aspect. And men look for these things when it comes to a woman, especially a woman that he's looking to settle down with. Like, any guy can sleep with you and just have his way with you, and it lasts for a moment. It lasts for a moment. It might last for a month, where he, do his thing off and on, or whatever, a couple months or whatever. And then after he gets what he wants, in some cases you become a situationship. In most cases you become a situationship. But these women that have that feminine energy, that feminine aspect that brings more to the table, as they say, those women are the ones that always end up with the ring, and the ones that end up with that loyalty and that dedication and that love. Because they understand the assignment. They got something that Nana and Grandma got that you don't got, that you never understood, because you was leading with your ass and your titties instead of leading with your heart and your mind. Just like a man coming to you, if he's leading with his wallet and not leading with his manhood, you're going to see him for a trick. You're going to see him for his money, because you haven't been able to see him. The money